Number one, most of you have heard of it, is that you become the average of the people you spend the most time around. You become the average of whoever you're around, whatever you're taking in, whatever you are absorbing. You become the average of the people you're spending most of your time around. Doesn't matter how you're doing it, which means you're spending most of your time not actually talking to people because you're on TikTok or you're on YouTube or you're somewhere on social media or texting with people. If you're listening to someone's podcast all the time, you're going to become more like them. If you're watching someone's YouTube or you're watching Netflix, you're going to become more of like whatever it is you are consuming, however you consume it, in whatever format you consume it, no matter how many or how few of those individuals are. You are becoming the average of every influence that you are allowing into your life. And the interesting thing is, with the world that we live in today, with all of us having access to these devices within arm's reach 24 hours a day, you have more access to more influences than you ever have before. So you need to be very careful about what you are taking in, which moves us to point number 3. Most people think that when they want to advance and they want to get better and they want to improve in life, they got to figure out how to do more. Let me get more motivated, more active, wake up earlier, stay up later, do more stuff, get more things in over the course of a day. Is there a time and place for that? There absolutely is. However, that time and place is not all the time and is not everywhere. Most of the time, if you want to move up and advance in life, you don't need to add on to what you're already doing. You actually need to drop stuff. You need to let things go. You need to ask yourself, what do I need to get rid of? And when it comes to the law of association, the question is, who do I need to get rid of? How do we know this? We know this is true by the 80-20 rule, also known as Pareto's principle, which states 80% of your results come from 20% of your inputs, which means what? If you had 10 friends, 2 of those friends are really giving you most of the value that you get from your entire friend circle, and the other 8 are just there taking up oxygen and taking up space. What you need to do is start editing your associations and ask yourself, of all of my associations, when it comes to my fitness, when it comes to my money, when it comes to my business, when it comes to my personal growth, when it comes to whatever it is that I'm trying to do in life, where am I getting the most ROI in terms of relationships? And also, where am I giving ROI? Those are the people you need to spend more time with. The rest of them, you can still be cool with, but they become high and by people. I'm going to talk about that in the next reel that I do. And you need to edit. And some of your editing is going to include the hard stuff. What's the hard stuff? Dropping some of your friends, dropping some of your family members. No longer spending time hanging at the water cooler with some of your coworkers. Why? Because their association is bringing you down. And it's not so much that there's anything wrong with them. It's just there's something right with you, which means you need to give up to go up. That is the way it works in life, that your advancements don't come from additions, they come from subtractions. That's how association works. Work on your game.